And the word step is just advice and counsel. And so the righteous does not go after the advice and the counsel. And all of us, we look for counsel. All of us, we want people to advise us every now and then. All of us, we wish that we have people who will advise us. And when you get into a difficulty, when you get into any difficult situation, you want to come around people, or you want to talk to people who can actually advise you. You get into any form of difficulty. I don't know about you, but how many of you have gotten into difficulty before, and you go to people and you ask them, you know what, I want you to help me so that I know the steps to take. That was the mindset of the writer, so that you get the steps to take. And there are people who, when you go to them, they will give you worldly advice. I have told you, step means advice or counsel. And so there are people that you go to them that they will give you advice, but you are blessed if you get good people advising you when you get into any form of difficulty. Now look at the text. He's talking about you not getting into bad counsel. And what are some of the bad counsels that you will find? You will hear from people. If you go to the world can even give you an advice. Do your best and let the Lord handle the rest. It can be a worldly advice. It's not only that. You can hear something, a little won't do you any harm. Go and do it. Everybody else is doing it. Or do it, no one will know. It is an ungodly advice that you can get every now and then. And most of the time, people think that because nobody else knows or nobody else will know, it means that God doesn't see it or God doesn't know. But please understand that God searches the heart, and He rewards even dark practices. He rewards. I mean that the things that you do in the dark, God sees it and He brings His reward. The book of Revelation says that, behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give unto every man according as his work shall be. And so the first one that David spoke about, the first level of involvement, is you stepping or getting the counsel or advice from people. First thing that I want to sermonically ask you is, which people do you consult? Which people do you talk to when you get into any form of difficulty? Which people do you talk to? Which people do you consult? Who are your confidants? Which people do you go to and ask them to give you counsel? I pray for you that you go to godly men and godly women. You'll get around people who are godly enough to give you godly counsel, because the blessed, the righteous, does not get into bad or evil counsel.